Thank you for choosing wisdom of the Dharma. If you found this video insightful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, so you never miss a new update. Your support helps us keep sharing powerful, life-changing wisdom with the world. And don't forget to drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and learn together. Part 1. The color that's quietly blocking your destiny. Have you ever stood in front of your own home, looked at the front gate, and thought, this feels off? Not broken. Not ugly. Just heavy. As if something is holding your fortune at the edge, never quite letting it in. Most people never question it. They paint their gate a color that looks trendy, elegant, or matches the neighbor's house. But in doing so, they might be unknowingly building a barrier, not against thieves or strangers, but against luck itself. In the ancient traditions of Feng Shui and Buddhist spatial wisdom, the front gate is more than just an architectural element. It is your home's mouth of energy, the place where your karma meets the world's chi. If this point is blocked, distorted, or misaligned, no matter how hard you work or how many dreams you chase, something always slips away. Opportunities vanish. Wealth flickers. Peace feels delayed. And here's the unsettling truth. The color of your gate may be the silent reason your blessings aren't arriving. This isn't superstition. It's subtle energy design, what Buddhist monks have known for centuries, and what modern psychology is just beginning to confirm. Certain colors anchor energy. Others repel it. Some soothe your space like a flowing river, while others act like stagnant ponds, trapping vitality and releasing doubt. In this video, I'm going to reveal something few people ever think about. The 3 worst colors to paint your gate, colors that quietly drain your money, health, and happiness. The 4 fortune-enhancing colors that attract wealth, support emotional peace, and align your home with prosperous energy. And the hidden spiritual meaning behind these choices. Why changing your gate may be the beginning of a new chapter in your life. Because sometimes, wealth doesn't come from hustling harder. It comes from removing what's been blocking the flow all along. So before we dive in, ask yourself, if your gate is the voice of your home, what energy is it speaking right now? And more importantly, what do you want it to say to the universe? Let's begin. Part 2. Why the gate is the mouth of your fortune. In Feng Shui, the front gate isn't just a way in or out, it's a spiritual and energetic threshold. The ancients believed that everything in your life begins with how energy enters your space. And where does it enter first? The gate. Think of your home as a living body. The gate is the mouth. It receives energy from the outside world, opportunities, fortune, protection, even karmic lessons. If this mouth is open, clean, and aligned with universal flow, life inside the home is nourished. But if it's choked, blocked, or misaligned, then what enters is confusion, stagnation, and emotional heaviness. In Buddhist thought, this symbolism goes deeper. Just as we guard our speech through right speech, one of the elements of the Noble Eightfold Path, we must also guard what our homes speak and receive. The gate becomes both a receiver and a communicator of intention. It reflects your state of consciousness, and in turn, shapes the environment that cultivates your mind. Here's something I've observed time and again. When people live in homes with gates that feel cold, dark, or harsh, even if they don't know a thing about Feng Shui, they describe feeling more tired, irritable, or emotionally distant. Children may become withdrawn. Parents argue more often. Money seems to disappear without explanation. It's not magic. It's resonance. The gate is where it all begins. In fact, some traditional Buddhist temples are designed with their entrance gates slightly off-center, not because it's convenient, but because it allows the energy to flow with humility, not rush in aggressively. The direction, material, and especially the color of the gate are chosen with intention. And yet today, many homeowners choose their gate color based solely on trends or convenience, forgetting that the gate isn't just a structure, it's an energetic statement. When a person meditates, they are taught to observe what enters and leaves through the breath, the gate of the body. Likewise, when you begin to notice what energy enters through your home's gate, you are practicing a kind of spatial mindfulness. You are no longer living by default, you are living by design. So if you've been feeling stuck, drained, or just off lately, it may be time to look at the real starting point of it all, your gate. What is it letting in? And more importantly, what has it been keeping out? Let's now look at the 3 most common gate colors that, unfortunately, block the flow of good energy. If this insight is opening your eyes, take a moment to support the channel. Give this video a like so more people can discover the hidden power of their space. And if you find value in this kind of wisdom, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a teaching that could shift your fortune. Part 3. The 3 toxic gate colors you must avoid. Now that you understand how powerful the front gate truly is, the next step is to uncover what might be working against you, often without your knowledge. Surprisingly, it's not just clutter or poor placement that blocks fortune. Sometimes, it's something as subtle and as dangerous as color. Let's begin with the first of 3 gate colors that can quietly drain your energy, wealth, and inner peace. 3.1. Black, the gate of silence and stagnation. At first glance, black seems like a bold, elegant choice. It's modern, sleek, and widely used in upscale architecture. But in the realm of Feng Shui and spiritual energy, black, especially when used on your front gate, can silently sabotage your home's vibrancy. Black belongs to the water element, which represents depth, stillness, and introspection. In moderation, it can be grounding. But when placed at the main entrance, the mouth of your home, black doesn't ground. It sinks. It pulls energy downward, making the flow of fortune sluggish, dense, and cold. Instead of welcoming vitality, it absorbs and swallows it like a deep, silent void. From a Buddhist perspective, black is often symbolic of avidya, ignorance or spiritual blindness. Just as a mind clouded by illusion cannot perceive truth, a gate shrouded in darkness cannot receive light. The space feels closed off, withdrawn, and heavy. Energetically speaking, it becomes a locked door, even if it's wide open. I once worked with a graphic designer in New Jersey who had painted her front gate matte black to match a minimalist aesthetic. Within a year, her business plateaued. Clients stopped returning her calls, creative blocks became frequent, and her mood dipped. At first, she blamed the economy. But when we shifted the gate color to a vibrant sage green, the change in her space, and her spirit, was immediate. New clients came. Her spark returned. Black may look sophisticated, but at your front gate, it acts more like a curtain pulled over the window of prosperity. Let's look at the next energy blocking color, one that pretends to be neutral but leaves your fortune stuck in limbo. 3.2. Dark gray, where energy comes to a halt. Dark gray often gets praised for its modern, minimalist charm. It feels subtle, neutral, and effortlessly stylish. But when used at the front gate, it becomes something far less appealing, a silent barrier. Unlike black, which absorbs energy deeply, dark gray suspends it midair. It doesn't anchor. It doesn't repel. It simply stalls. In Feng Shui, gray sits ambiguously between the metal and water elements, but without strong expression from either. As a result, it lacks direction, no vibrant yang to uplift, no nurturing yin to soften. It's energetic purgatory. Imagine trying to breathe in a space where the air doesn't move, stagnant, still, inert. That's the energy a dark gray gate emits. It doesn't feel hostile, it just feels like nothing. And over time, nothingness becomes deeply draining. Psychologically, dark gray has been linked to feelings of isolation, detachment, and low motivation. When it's the first thing you see every time you come home, your subconscious reads it as a signal. Expect very little. Don't move forward. Stay quiet. A couple I once advised in Seattle had painted their gate a cool slate gray after renovating their home. They said it looked clean and professional. But over the following months, their home life became colder. Conversations felt forced. Their children became withdrawn. The energy wasn't bad, it was just absent. And that, in many ways, is worse. A gate should invite energy in, not leave it stuck outside, waiting. Now let's explore the final color mistake, one that disguises itself in elegance but slowly chills your fortune from the inside out. 3.3. Dark blue, when calm turns into cold. Dark blue is often chosen for its sophistication. It evokes still oceans, twilight skies, and quiet luxury. But beneath that calm surface lies a deep energetic contradiction, especially when it's painted on your front gate. In Feng Shui, dark blue is a pure expression of the water element. It symbolizes depth, mystery, and introspection. But used at the very entrance of a home, where energy is meant to arrive, move, and circulate, it creates a subtle form of emotional and energetic distance. Water, when overrepresented, can wash away warmth and connection. It erodes the fiery yang energy needed to spark abundance, vitality, and joy. In Buddhist terms, it resembles the state of a mind lost in moha, a kind of spiritual confusion. It's not anger. It's not fear. It's the slow cooling of clarity into numbness. That's what dark blue does to a home's energy field. It makes everything feel a little too quiet, a little too cold, a little too passive. I remember working with a middle-aged couple outside Chicago. They had painted their iron gate a rich navy to match their stone pathway. The result was beautiful, but within months, things shifted. They spoke less. Their teenage son became emotionally distant. They couldn't explain it. Nothing was wrong, but nothing felt right either. When we repainted the gate in warm white with light wood accents, the emotional atmosphere softened almost instantly. Dark blue doesn't just chill the air. It numbs the flow of fortune. Next, let's open the door to brighter energy. What colors should you invite into your home if you want prosperity to finally walk in and stay? So now you know. What seems stylish on the surface may be silently working against your energy, your peace, and your prosperity. These colors don't just paint your gate, they paint the emotional and spiritual tone of your entire life. But the good news is, just as the wrong color can block fortune, the right color can open the floodgates of opportunity. In the next part, let's explore the gate colors that don't just look beautiful, they attract wealth, harmony, and abundance from the very first glance. Part 4. The energy of color in Dharma and design. Color is not just decoration, it is vibration. And in both Feng Shui and Buddhist philosophy, vibration is everything. What we surround ourselves with, consciously or not, either supports our growth or hinders it. The front gate, as the entry point of your home's life force, becomes a powerful amplifier of the energy you allow in. And color is its voice. In Buddhist teachings, especially in the practices of mindfulness, sati, and right view, samadhi, we are taught to be aware not just of our thoughts and actions, but of our environment. Because the environment shapes perception. A dark, lifeless color may unconsciously reinforce a mindset of scarcity, while a bright, expansive color can uplift the spirit and expand the heart's willingness to receive. When a Zen master arranges a temple gate or paints a meditation space, every color is chosen with intention. A muted earth tone to ground the mind. A golden hue to reflect inner illumination. A warm red to awaken courage and presence. These aren't aesthetic choices, they are energetic invitations. Modern science is catching up. Studies in color psychology show that our nervous system reacts differently to each hue. Red increases alertness. Green calms the body. Blue cools the heart rate but can also induce distance. In spiritual terms, colors are not passive, they are karma in motion. They shape the microclimate of your home, and by extension, your life. So when choosing your gate color, the question is not just what looks good here, but rather, what do I want to feel every time I walk through this threshold? Because that feeling doesn't just stay at the gate, it follows you into every room, every thought, every interaction. The Dharma reminds us, even small shifts in awareness can open great rivers of change. And sometimes, that shift begins with something as simple as choosing the right color to welcome your own future home. Now, let's explore exactly which colors hold the highest vibrations for prosperity, joy, and balance, and how to choose the one that aligns with your path. Part 5. The 4 gate colors that attract wealth and peace. Before a single word is spoken, before a guest even knocks, your gate has already said something. Color is its language, and in Feng Shui, that language carries deep intention. The gate doesn't just protect your home, it introduces your energy to the universe. The right color creates harmony between your space and the flow of abundance. It tells the world, this home is ready, for blessings, for joy, for peace. Choosing a gate color isn't just about aesthetics. It's about alignment. Let's explore 4 powerful colors that don't just look beautiful, they welcome fortune and nourish the soul. Number 1, green, growth, healing, and fresh beginnings. Green is the color of spring, of new leaves unfurling and life beginning again. In Feng Shui, green belongs to the wood element, symbolizing vitality, expansion, and constant renewal. When used on your front gate, it acts as an invitation for growth, in finances, health, and emotional well-being. Homes facing east or southeast especially benefit from green gates, as these directions align with the morning sun and wood energy. But more than just technical alignment, green brings a sense of comfort and hope. It softens the entrance, making every return home feel like a fresh start. I once worked with a yoga teacher in California who repainted her rusted iron gate a soft, minty green after going through a painful divorce. Within months, she shared that she felt lighter, not just emotionally, but spiritually. Her student base grew. Her sleep improved. It feels like my home can finally breathe again, she told me. In both Buddhist thought and modern color psychology, green is a healing color. It lowers stress, clears the heart space, and reconnects us with natural rhythm. If your life feels stuck or heavy, a green gate might be the simple, sacred reset you didn't know you needed. Number 2, red, prosperity, fame, and fire energy. Red is the fire that awakens fortune. It's bold, commanding, and impossible to ignore. In Feng Shui, red belongs to the fire element, representing visibility, action, recognition, and the courageous energy required to break through limitations. When painted on your front gate, red becomes a silent declaration, we are ready to rise. This color is especially auspicious for those in business, leadership, politics, or any field that requires presence and decisiveness. It energizes the gate with yang force, attracting opportunities and warding off low vibrations that drain motivation. A client of mine, an independent shop owner in Texas, once had a quiet, steel gray gate that blended into the background. Business was steady, but stagnant. After she painted her gate a rich brick red with cream trim, not only did foot traffic increase, but her confidence soared. "It's like I finally showed up to my own success," she said. From a spiritual perspective, red reflects courageous karma, the willingness to be seen, take risks, and step into rightful abundance. But as with fire, moderation is key. Overuse can lead to overwhelm or restlessness. Choose softer reds, brick, coral, crimson, and pair them with grounding tones to balance this vibrant, wealth-attracting energy. Number 3, light purple, inner wisdom and spiritual magnetism. Light purple is the color of quiet strength. In Feng Shui, it belongs to the fire element, but unlike the blazing energy of red, light purple embodies a softer, intuitive flame, the kind that guides from within. It radiates spiritual awareness, creative flow, and emotional depth without demanding attention. This makes it a powerful gate color for healers, artists, counselors, and spiritual practitioners, anyone whose path involves compassion, insight, or emotional intelligence. It's the color of subtle magnetism, drawing in what's meant for you, without chasing. A story that's always stayed with me is of a painter in Oregon who struggled to connect with her audience. Her work was deeply personal, but buyers never seemed to resonate. On a whim, she repainted her faded brown gate in a pastel lavender tone. Weeks later, commissions flowed in, not just for her art, but for guided workshops she hadn't even planned. "I didn't market myself differently," she said. "I just felt more aligned." In Buddhist symbolism, purple has long represented nobility of mind, a merging of wisdom and compassion. A light purple gate doesn't scream for success. It invites it gently, attracting the right people and opportunities with clarity, grace, and purpose. Number 4, metallic gold, lasting wealth and stable reputation. Metallic gold is the symbol of enduring prosperity. In Feng Shui, it belongs to the metal element, representing wealth that is earned, preserved, and respected. Unlike flashy golds that scream for attention, a soft, pearlescent or brushed metallic gold speaks with quiet authority, like old money, refined and deeply rooted. This color is ideal for homes facing west, northwest, or northeast, directions ruled by metal energy. But more importantly, it's perfect for those in professions tied to finance, leadership, law, or consultancy, where trust and clarity are everything. A gold gate signals stability and confidence, qualities that naturally attract high-level relationships and opportunities. One of my clients, a financial advisor in Atlanta, had a plain white gate that felt forgettable. On my suggestion, he repainted it in a subtle matte champagne gold. Within months, his client base shifted dramatically, more referrals, more retained contracts, and greater professional recognition. "People say my house looks like it belongs to someone they can trust," he told me. And that's exactly what this color projects. In Buddhist temples, gold symbolizes enlightened energy, the wisdom that lasts beyond lifetimes. A gold gate doesn't just attract wealth. It reflects the energy of someone ready to steward it wisely. Number 5, mini conclusion. Choose energy, not trend. Too often, we choose colors based on what's popular, what looks modern, or what fits into a neighborhood aesthetic. But in Feng Shui, and in Dharma-informed living, the question isn't what looks good, but what feels aligned. Each of the 4 colors we've explored, green, red, light purple, and metallic gold, carries a distinct frequency. They don't just decorate your gate, they communicate your intention to the world. A green gate says, "I'm ready to grow." A red one says, "I'm here to rise." Purple whispers, "I trust my path." And gold declares, "I stand on solid ground." The Dharma teaches us that everything begins with mindfulness, and mindfulness includes the way we shape our environment. When you choose a color consciously, not for trend but for energy, you're practicing a subtle form of awareness in action. You're harmonizing your outer world with your inner values. So before reaching for the paintbrush, pause. Breathe. Ask yourself, what kind of energy do I want to walk through every day? Because that threshold you pass each morning and night? It's more than wood and metal. It's the gateway to your karma and your next chapter. Choose wisely. The energy you invite in begins at the gate. Part 6. Enhancers and Real-Life Transformation. A couple who repainted their future. Color is powerful, but color combined with intention is transformative. In Feng Shui, we often say that fortune doesn't just arrive, it needs a pathway. And beyond color, there are subtle enhancements that help keep energy flowing, clear, and vibrant right at your gate. Among the most effective? Wind chimes and living plants. Hanging a small metal wind chime on the right side of your gate, especially if your house faces east or south, can do wonders. It's clear, melodic sound doesn't just decorate the air, it breaks up stagnant energy, announces new movement, and invites auspicious qi to circulate. In Buddhism, sound is a purifier. Just as temple bells clear the mind, your chime clears the space. Likewise, placing symmetrical potted plants, such as money trees, lucky bamboo, or palms, flanking the entrance invites balance and life. They anchor yang energy, create visual harmony, and represent ever-growing blessings. But remember, dusty, overgrown, or dying plants can reverse the effect. The key is care. Attention. Presence. I remember a couple from Colorado who reached out after a difficult few years, financial strain, strained communication, and a lingering sense that something was off in their lives. They had a dark gray gate they never thought much about. Together, we made a simple plan: repaint it in sage green, add 2 young potted citrus trees, and hang a wind chime infused with calming tones. They didn't expect miracles. But they stayed open. 2 months later, they messaged me, "Our house feels different," they said. The air felt lighter. Conversations were easier. A job opportunity came through that had previously been stalled for over a year. No massive renovations. No big expense. Just color, intention, and a few energetic cues to the universe. This isn't magic, it's alignment. In both Feng Shui and Dharma, what matters is not how grand your gestures are, but how conscious they are. A gate repainted with mindfulness, flanked by living symbols of growth, and harmonized with subtle sound becomes more than a structure, it becomes a portal. A portal that says, we are ready. Ready to welcome peace. Ready to receive abundance. Ready to walk through a new chapter, together. Part 7, Final Reflection. Your gate, your karma. In Buddhist teaching, we're reminded that everything we experience, joy, pain, opportunity, and even stagnation, arises from causes and conditions. Nothing happens by chance. And that includes the energy that flows into your home. Your front gate is more than a functional structure, it's a symbolic checkpoint of karma. Every time you walk through it, you cross a boundary between your inner world and the greater world outside. And the color, condition, and energy of that threshold speak volumes, not just to others, but to the universe itself. The Dharma teaches us that we don't need to overhaul our entire lives to create meaningful change. Sometimes, we just need to shift one thing with full awareness, and the ripple effect begins. Your gate can be that shift. A new coat of paint. A clean path. A wind chime that sings in the breeze. A plant that grows steadily at your side. These may seem small, but in the energetic realm, they are profound declarations. I am no longer asleep to my surroundings. I am choosing alignment. I am welcoming something better. When your environment reflects mindfulness, your life begins to mirror it. When your gate reflects clarity, your path forward begins to clear. We often wait for external change, more money, a better job, a lucky break. But what if the universe is simply waiting for you to open the gate? So take a step back today. Stand before your front entrance. Don't just look at it, feel it. What does it say about your current state? What energy is it projecting? And if you had the power to rewrite that message, which you do, what would you want it to say? Because your gate is not just the start of your house. It's the start of your next karma, your fortune, your peace, your life. And it all begins at the threshold. If this message spoke to you, take one small action today. Wipe your gate, add a touch of life, or even begin choosing a new color that aligns with your energy. Let this be more than a video. Let it be the start of a shift. If you found value in this teaching, please like this video, subscribe to Wisdom of the Dharma, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment of ancient wisdom that could transform your modern life. And in the comments, share with us, what color is your gate right now? And what energy do you want it to hold moving forward? Let's create sacred thresholds together.